Detecting obstetric violence tweets from Mexico, Annotation guidelines and classification with large language models. In order to make obstetric violence visible, we have analyzed tweets that contain narratives about this violence. In the field of natural language processing, this form of violence has not yet been constituted as an object of study. Therefore, there is no specific descriptor to designate what is obstetric violence. This paper presents the development of a manually labeled corpus of social media posts containing narratives with the aim of supporting the creation of automatic classification models. Such models are crucial for identifying and analyzing women's experiences during the perinatal period, particularly given the widespread normalization and invisibilization of obstetric violence practices. Our main contributions include a comprehensive labeling guide that defines the criteria for identifying obstetric violence, the victim testimonials, and the specific types of violence, a curated corpus of tweets annotated in accordance with this guide, and an initial evaluation of large language models for the automatic classification of these posts. For the descriptive analysis of obstetric violence corpus, usernames and links were removed, hashtags were converted to text, and emojis were transformed into their respective textual description to preserve their semantic content. Using Ver-topic neural approach, a model based on transformer networks that learns different representation of polysemous words, 3 topics were found. Topic 1 presents words related to visibilization of obstetric violence. Topic 2 is related with institutional violence, containing terms like medical malpractice and scheduled cesarean section. Finally, topic 3 is associated with physical violence as it mainly includes the terms crystal maneuver and fetal distress. In order to evaluate the performance of different large language models such as ChatGPT, Copilot, and Meta for the classification of the collected tweets, a prompt was designed that contains the same definition of obstetric violence, activism, and non-obstetric violence used in human classification. All large language models show a low level of performance in classifying the categories of obstetric violence and activism compared to non-obstetric violence. Considering that it is important to avoid false negatives, recall Gun's greater importance, and the large language models that shows the best performance is Copilot for obstetric violence, while for detecting activism, Meta has the best performance. Experimental results show that current large language models struggle to accurately detect obstetric violence-related content. These highlight the limitation of large language models for sensitive and domain-specific classification tasks, particularly when dealing with nuanced forms of violence.